NNRG.
You know, a lot of people were telling me that I really should read a manual before playing today's game, because the game voted on today was Forbidden Forest. But one of the things I should probably reiterate right now is that I'm only going to read the documentation if I need to. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to be stubborn about it, just that I'm going to try to see how much of these games I can figure out on my own accord, just for the challenge of it, and also because not everybody would have had the benefits of manuals and stuff. But if I do get considerably stuck, and it seems like we're not really seeing much of a game or something, then I will pull up documentation and figure out how I'm actually supposed to be playing. But for now, let's start up this game. Well, we got the raster bars once again. It's funny that this time around it's like the same. Oh wait, oh, there it is. That was weird. It like went dark for a moment there. Isn't this the same cracking group that did the? Yeah, I think it's the same one that did the last game or the first game. The last game was the first game for the show. Also, Forbidden Forest +6. What's the +6 for? Okay, so let's get into this. So, okay, we got. Well, that's interesting. I just realized here that this screen right here, like I've seen a couple screens like this before when I've been shown Commodore 64 games, where there's like this screen before you start, before the what do you call it? Before the trainers and everything. It's almost like this is like pulled from the documentation or something. It even says at the top, Forbidden Forest documents. So that's kind of interesting. So it's almost like they copied the contents of the documents into the game itself. I mean, it's not impossible. So I guess this is kind of an exception to the rule in terms of pulling up documentation, because we've got it right in front of us. Like, we're not gonna just ignore it. But anyway, so story. Deep within the creepy, scrolling forestscape you go, with only a bow and arrows to defend yourself against the horrific creatures on your quest to defeat the evil... what? It's Demogorgon? Demogorgon? Like demon and gorgon combined? Like fused into one? Day fades into night as you go further, tackling giant spiders and frogs, skeleton swordsmen, dragons, snakes, and phantoms. The atmospheric music adds to the all-pervading sense of doom as you try to survive the horrors of the Forbidden Forest. So you got controls. Control the fearless archers, wander too far into the Forbidden Forest, armed with a bow and a limited supply of arrows. Press fire button to load an arrow, then again to fire the arrow. You can turn the joystick. Turn the archer through 11 different shooting angles. The archer is turned completely to one side. Holding the stick in that direction will make him run in that direction. Cannot load or fire while running. And then moving the markers at each side of the screen, which set the arrow's peak trajectory. Pull back to raise your aim, push forward to lower it. Interesting. So it looks like we got like some kind of archery thing going on. The rest of the documentation was mostly just talking about the different monsters. So, let's see. Okay, so there's no high score thing here, so unlimited lives. No. Okay. Please report your level of experience and personal skill by pressing down the appropriate key. So you got Innocent, Trooper, Daredevil, or Crazy. I guess maybe given how much warning I was given about this game, maybe we should just go with Innocent. I don't know. Okay, press fire button. Oh, there we go. So it says Cosme. Forbidden Forest by Paul Norman. Okay. We got some kind of dragon or something floating around. Oh, we're already playing. Okay, so I guess it... Well, that didn't go so well. Okay, so we got a... Oops. Okay. Well, this game's already off to a great start. Okay, clearly I'm doing something wrong. Because, yeah, it looks like I'm already dead. Because, yeah, it's 3 lives and we're back to some kind of game over screen, I guess. Except it just says the name of the game and continue, press fire, restart, press run, stop. Okay, well, let's continue then. Okay, it seems like maybe instead of trying to attack the monsters, I should have first tried to just get away. Okay, like I've got an arrow loaded, I think. Okay, so I know the whole trope with Commodore 64 games being somewhat obscure, and can I not skip this? Okay, if there's a way to skip the game over, I don't know what it is. So yeah, so if I think I've got an arrow prepared now. Yeah, the main problem I'm having here is that it's difficult to know if I have an arrow loaded or not. Like, I mean, if I load one there, and yeah, that fired it. So if I load another, yeah, that fires it. Okay, so we know we have one loaded. Yeah, the other trick too is I'm not always seeing the up-down markers. So if I run away long enough, the spider gives up. Okay, and you also have to sort of aim towards it properly. Okay, I actually got one. Okay, so this is definitely very tricky, because you don't have a lot of time to react. And it seems like the game's set up so that not everything... Yeah, it seems like it's set up so that not everything is a target you can successfully kill. So the idea is to pick your battles appropriately. At least that's how it seems. Missed. Nope, that was too high. So one thing is a little tricky as well is that up is down and down is up. So if you hold down, it aims your arrow up, and if you hold up, it aims your arrow down. And normally I'm okay with that with most games, but when it's this kind of game, it doesn't work so well. And the other thing too is that when I push down and up, it doesn't always seem to show the cursors to indicate what direction you're aiming. Yeah, it did there, but... So yeah, like I've got an arrow prepared, but I need to be able to turn... Yeah, and that was as low a shot as I could go, so it seems like once the enemies get to a particular altitude, as it were, then you're screwed. You have to... So yeah, the general strategy seems to be to retreat if you can't get a bead on an enemy right away. Or if the enemy's like way down at the bottom, because then you literally can't shoot it. And if you're fast enough... Oh! I think I actually just beat that level. And I seem to be doing some kind of dance. Also, is it just me or is there a face in the moon? Okay, so when does this dance end? Okay, the dance is over. So now I've got some kind of insects. Whoop. Okay, so these insects might be a little tricky. Oh wow, the insects explode. And I'm already dancing again? I only killed one insect. Okay, the dance is over, and now we've got... Whoa, what the heck are these things? I think these are the frogs? Okay, I managed to get one of them. Okay, targeting these frogs is a... Whoop. Well, that didn't work. Okay, back to the frogs. At least I think they're frogs. They're very brown frogs. Now, again, not quite sure how many I need to defeat. It seems to be different based on different levels and different enemies. Ooh, I thought that one was gonna get me. It didn't, somehow. Okay, got past the frogs. So I'm actually on a roll now, because ever since I got past the spider level, I haven't lost, really. Well, I think I lost one life to the frogs there, but... Ooh, and now we're getting to real dark nighttime here. So I wonder if that, like, plays a factor into what you face? Oh, we got we got dragons. Dragons are not happy to see me. Okay, still got a life left, though. And now we've got something way in the distance there. No, that was the dragon, and dragon burned me. Yeah, so I'm guessing if we hit the fire button, okay, we continue on the dragon stage. So let's get an arrow ready, because... yeah, almost got burned. Not quite sure how we're gonna... ah, shoot. I thought maybe the dragon's fireball would be like... or maybe when I was going away from the dragon, maybe the trick is once you dodge its fireball, you gotta go the opposite direction. It's also getting really dark out now. So that fireball seems to reset. So maybe if we go off one side, maybe that'll trigger the dragon to do something else? Nope, still coming from that direction. But then that might give me enough time to turn around. Nope, the dragon juked me. Okay, the dragon is turning out to be probably the toughest opponent. Which, you know, that makes sense. Dragons are supposed to be really strong and really deadly and everything. Oh, dragon's already coming for me. Okay, so let's get some distance. Turn around. Nope. Okay, so one thing I just realized is I completely had no idea how to pause the emulator, because a train was passing and I wasn't about to get the dragon during a train passing. So, anyways, here we go again. Got the dragon going in. Yeah, I'm trying to hit the up and down, but I'm not seeing the up and down mark. Whoa! What? What? What did I do to the dragon there? Like, just, I, like, completely did something weird to the dragon? Okay, yeah, so I don't know if I've said this in a video before, but I'm extremely good at breaking games without even trying, so I guess it's par for the course that ultimately happened in a C64 game. Okay. I think that might have still been too high. Ooh. Oh, are you freaking kidding? It seemed like I dodged that, and then all of a sudden I didn't. Okay, where's the dragon coming from? There's the dragon. Yeah, like, I mean, that one almost seemed like it was too low, but it's difficult to really tell. Like, that one seems like it's too high. By the way, something I've noticed is that there's some interesting parallax scrolling going on here, which, from what I understand about the C64, is not exactly an easy thing to pull off. Okay, so... nope, that was a miss. Okay. Oh! There we go! We got the dragon! You had to hit it in the face! No wonder that was so hard to get. And of course, doing our little dance, cause we're an amazing archer that just managed to slay a dragon with a single arrow, not counting the many lives lost in the process, but you know, we're gonna ignore that. Okay, our next target is, whoa, skeletons and a ghost thing? Okay, these skeletons don't, whoa. Okay, I was about to say the skeletons don't seem that dangerous, except I kind of forgot to load an arrow. Okay, so if I get a skeleton off screen, it seems to just want to go away. Unless I'm supposed to shoot the ghost in the back? You really have to pick your battles appropriately if you don't want to get stabbed by everything. So this really is a game about deciding carefully what to shoot and when, and running if you otherwise can't. Because yeah, that skeleton right there, way too low to hit, so I gotta get away from it. Yeah, and I missed that one, I didn't turn around fast enough to get away. I think that would be my biggest complaint about this game, is that you have to be so precise with what you do that there's not really any room to make mistakes. Because, yeah, I made a mistake there, but there wasn't enough time to turn around and get away. And it's like, that's a mistake that's too easy to make because it's so difficult to aim. Okay, one more try at the skeletons. If you don't get it this time, then that's good enough. I think we've pretty much seen what this game has to offer by this point. So, there goes the first attempt. Got 2 more attempts. Also, it just occurred to me that I'm shooting skeletons with arrows. Like, skeletons would probably be one of the least affected undead monsters in terms of using a bow and arrows, because the arrows would just sort of deflect off of the bones. I don't know. Okay, I've actually hit a lot of skeletons, and this is still going. Maybe I really do have to shoot the ghost. Oh, you really do have to shoot the ghost. Because I had a chance, I took it, and the ghost is screaming in agony. And like, I mean, apart from the dancing every time you beat a level, this game does definitely invoke a creepy atmosphere, given its age. Like, let's consider that this goes back so far in terms of gaming that there wasn't really a lot in terms of this style of, like, horror or anything. Like, I'm not even sure you would call it horror at this point. I think it's just, the intent here is to just be creepy. Like, don't think it's trying to intentionally scare, it's just trying to invoke a mood, right? Okay, and I just got the serpent. So... okay, I was gonna call things, but it looks like we might be going on to the last battle, because I think the serpent was the last thing before the actual final boss. If I'm remembering what was in the instructions, but I guess we're gonna find out. Music? Hello? Okay. We can move around. There's like this pulsing going on. It's very difficult to hear unless you're really good at hearing. Whoa! There was something back there. Yeah, there's like this bass pulsing going on. Lightning's over. Okay, do I have to aim? No. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain what we're supposed to be doing here. Because the thing is, we're not being attacked. There's definitely something showing up in the lightning, at least when the lightning occurs. Maybe I just gotta keep firing until it might hit something. Okay. That didn't go well. I think I just got eaten. Oh. And apparently, after that particular moment, I've gone back to the difficulty select. So either I won or I lost. And I'm not sure which. Okay, so that was the... well, whatever Cosme is, but the titular Forbidden Forest, which, there it is, by Paul Norman. As I said, creepy atmosphere to the game, very difficult to control, but not insurmountable by any means. I think I could have figured that out without seeing the instructions, but yeah, nothing too terrible about this, but I would definitely get bored if this was my only game. Unlike Impossible Mission, where that seemed like it had a lot of meat to it, this seems like something you'd probably only play for like a half hour or so at a time and then go do something else. So that's not necessarily bad, that's just the nature of some of these old games.